Hello Stampin' friends, thanks for joining me. Today I have a fun little basket idea that I want to share with all of you. This little basket was created from the envelope punch board and it's super simple. It's a great little idea for Easter, or you can use it for Mother's Day and put some little flowers in there, whatever type of event. Probably even a wedding if you wanted some decorations for the wedding table. So let me show you how to make these adorable little baskets. So you're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and you're going to cut it at 8 inches. So I'm going to cut this. You're going to save this piece. You're going to save this extra piece because we're going to cut this for the handle. But you want to cut your cardstock at 8 by 8. So I'm just going to cut off this little extra piece here so that I have an 8 by 8 inch piece of cardstock. Then I'm going to take that extra piece that was left over and I'm going to cut that at 1.5 inches. This is going to be the handle for the basket, and you're going to have an extra one, so we'll save that for later. Then what I'm going to do is take my envelope punch board and I'm going to score and punch at 2 inches all the way around. So I'm going to punch and then I'm going to score, and you'll notice that I won't be able to score all the way down to the edge of the cardstock, but that's okay, we'll catch it when we flip this over. So we're just going to go 2 inches and then score, and then we're going to turn 2 inches and we're going to score, and then we're going to turn it at 2 inches, score. Okay, so we have all 4 corners taken care of. Now you're going to flip this over and you're going to do the exact same thing at 2 inches. So we're going to line it up at 2 inches, we're going to punch, and we're only going to score to where our last score line ended. So we're just going to score up to the score line that we did when we had this flipped over the other way. Then we're going to turn it, we're going to punch, and we're going to score, and then 2 inches, punch, score, and then 2 inches, punch, and score. Okay, so now that we have our cardstock all punched and scored, and just get this out of here, I'll show you what it looks like. So you have this all scored. Now what we're going to do is we want to score right where these points are in all 4 corners. So I'm going to put this back on the envelope punch board. And what I'm going to do is line this little piece up with the score line here. So this is lined up with this score line. And then all I'm going to do is just score across. And I'm going to do that on each of the 4 corners. Like that. Okay. And that should take care of that. Now we're just going to fold actually on all the score lines. So you can decorate this any way you like. I decided to use one of the flowery images from the Birthday Blossoms stamp set. So I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm going to use the same ink, same color as the color of the paper here. And I'm just going to go around and stamp the image on. So this is Calypso Coral. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with that handle. So I'm going to stamp some of these images on the handle. And then we will put everything together. Okay. So now that I have my basket all stamped, I'm going to cut two of the sides. So we're going to start on this side. And all I'm going to do is just cut straight up to the very first score line. So this very first score line here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I have this piece free. And I'm going to turn it around, and on the opposite side I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut up to that first score line, and then this one as well. Okay, so now I have my basket all cut and scored. Okay, can you see that? Now the way you're going to put the basket together, you can use any kind of adhesive you like. You can use the double-sided tape, or I'm going to use glue dots. And all I'm going to do is just put a glue dot on this flap here. These two flaps are going to come together. So I put a little glue dot on the inside so that I can stick those two together. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to put a little glue dot on there to hold that together. So that makes up the sides of your basket. Alright, these two flaps are just going to be secured down inside the basket. So I'll put a couple of glue dots on there. Okay, so we got those ends secured. Now I'm going to do the same thing with these ends. So I'm just going to put a couple glue dots on there. All right. Oop. And then we're going to fold this over to the inside so it'll have like a little ridge when you look from the outside. It won't be completely flush with this, but that's okay. That's what gives it a unique little look. Okay. And then this folds over to the inside, so that's going to hold your basket together. So we've got the bottom part of our basket put together. Now all I need to do is put the handle on it. So I'm going to add a couple of glue dots to the side that I stamped on. So I'm going to put a couple across the bottom. And I'm going to do that on each side. Okay. And then this I'm just going to secure to the inside of the basket on one side. And then the handle goes on the inside on the other side. And voila, you have your basket. Now, for my basket, I just decorated it up with a little flower. So I have a little flower with a brad in it. I thought the brad would kind of be nice to hold the handle together. You don't necessarily need it, but it does add a nice little touch. So I'll put that on here and show you what that looks like. And that's it. So now I have 3 different colors of Easter baskets. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Have fun making baskets, and thanks for watching.